Neither of us had a lot going on. So here we are. To game. I think I fixed my audio so it won't do the weird echo thing again. I'll find out at some point. Okay, let's... Thank you, Twitch, for telling me that I'm live. Let's play game. The Trial Former. Time to play the fun game of can I remember anything that happened last time? Right. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. I am?
I didn't know that.
What? District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
Emma, I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all,
the victim was murdered in two different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana?
What are you doing here?
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Hey.
I read that as a good.
Good morning.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Oof.
So how'd it go? This is Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. Figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But, Lana, don't tell me. Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as much as they are.
Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? No.
What you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Bye. February 24th, 10 o'clock in the morning, District Court, courtroom number 9. Still can't believe we're in a new place. Wow. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
Takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office.
Oh ho?
Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it?
No.
What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car.
Uh-huh. Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what now that's what sets Mr. Edwards apart. He sounds so on top of things. Unlike you.
Unlike me.
Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. Like you.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume.
Everything about him is admirable.
You, though? You suck.
Yeah.
On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For his first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
Oh. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
No, I don't.
No, someone else.
Do you
Oh
want,
boy.
do you want on that?
A stormy moment. Oh, I almost.
Oh, no.
Whoops. Things are getting wild in the
you.
courtroom. Hi, Mike. Hello, Michael.
Michael, you suck. Witness, please state his name and occupation.
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
No.
He is a cop. Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it.
Okay, that was funny.
I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. How old is he, 14? Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm.
Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Oh boy.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Simply press him, Phoenix. Cross-examination. Why were you assigned to guard the evidence room? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime,
Was it?
which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Sorry. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Oh, I remember. You don't need to remind me.
I only like it because it's gummy.
Yes, that's the only good reason. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
Wow, Mika.
So why were you guarding the evidence room? What? I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Does that mean we get to test the fingerprints on that conspicuous handprint on the Blue Badger at some point? I hope so. I've been wondering about that handprint since I first saw it. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Some guy. Hey! Hey! Not a simultaneous yawning. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Yes. There it is! I found it! This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 49,89,596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? But the number 49,89,596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen. What are you gonna say?
What time was that at?
We can check.
It was probably the same time.
The same time as... Where is it? Here it is.
Okay, yeah, it's the same time as the murder.
Okay. I see. I see. Dang. Michael himself. Mikhail. Oh, you're so attacked. That's shocking. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
Isn't it right? That's you.
It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then?
You look like all the dialogue. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. Dang.
Jesus.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's why I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. And did what to him, exactly? What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. So, when did you murder him exactly? Okay. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right.
It's kind of funny.
That's very true.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
When I wake up.
No. No. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
That's nice that you were crying.
That's nice. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now.
I am resting easy, Phoenix. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. Gant?
The chief?
Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Does it?
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
Suspicious. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Oh.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just what are we getting ourselves into? Hey. I see your hand. Oh, hey. He's so slow. The evidence locker. Oh no, the glove.
Everything conveniently blocking his face.
I know. Hi, Mike.
This isn't 3D. Did they redo it?
Did they? Did it used to be 2D?
I don't know.
It is 3D though, you're right.
This is made in 2001.
Ah, no, the face punch. Violence. See you around. We love a convenient pan away.
I know.
Homie? Excuse me?
It looks like you're the one dead.
Me?
No. Yeah.
Dots. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood?
It's the Blue Badger. Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. That phrasing.
I know. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Suffice?
Suffice, no, you got it.
Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Ah, terrible practice. Mystery Man. I will say, that is a terribly placed security camera. So bad.
Just a little artistic.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Okay. Mystery Man. Okay.
Are you
Are you certain? Tell me, were you able to at him? Skibbity bop! At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at him. His face, sir. Being him. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. I understand. Eye contact is hard sometimes. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it.
Oh, you wanna do that?
You will. Crunching. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Shut up. Meekins.
Eek!
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman.
He has, like, the friendliest face I've ever seen.
Good
He's
man.
just... good man.
Tell us why you were positive it was him.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past.
Why?
That's a great question. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. Hi, Stormy. Wanna come over here? Yes, she does. Hello. It was unquestionably his locker. That is true. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir. From people in the know, sir.
Rumors. Oh, this is Bruce Goodman's locker. Don't tell anybody.
Shh. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Also, for the record, this man is an incel.
For the record.
Oh, I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. Bloop.
Straight blooping.
Bloopin'. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Is this my job now?
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Sounds good. Is there a problem with the security video? Probably. Let's check the court record first. Oh my god, there's so much evidence. Good god. Hold on, I'm going back. There's no evidence hanging out of the first locker.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there might have been. When I watched it first, I was like, was that there before? What's happening? Okay, so the handprint was on there before. Hello, 3D model of a person. The evidence is still not there. Opening a locker. Oh no, a glove. And he peers into it, seemingly disregarding the glove. And there's Mike. And the evidence is still not there. Oh no, an altercation. What do you want from me? Sorry, my computer is being difficult. Take me back. We have to rewatch the entire video because my computer was like, did you know that you're running out of storage? Oh, okay, we're fine actually. I thought it restarted. So Mike has died, apparently. And now it's there. Okay. So, maybe he went behind the camera? Or hid behind the blue badger? Maybe? No, it never goes off screen. I don't know, but there's something wrong with it. I have an answer for that question. Yeah, there's a problem, it's weird. Regarding the video contained in this tape, sorry, Your Honor, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We'll have a spring wedding.
I propose we have the defense kiss me. Point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth. He would want me to point it out.
Very well.
Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence.
Random audience member? Like, who else would?
Just someone in court. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
No, you can't. Step so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video.
Just like a real video player.
Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
Take an L.
Yeah. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Oh, static. B5 is pause? I don't have a B5 key on my computer. What is B5?
Oh, go. Backspace.
In other news, I am blind and cannot see.
That was not my oh.
I would love...
So. Right? Oh.
No!
What?
No! What happened?
I don't know, I actually got you a penalty.
Oops.
Because I touched your screen.
I meant, what were you getting at?
The lights were off.
The lights?
That meaning that they were closed. You know, they weren't open. The one on Goodman's light was on before he even got there.
The locker?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would mean it was already open?
Yeah.
That makes sense. The thing that's
But
strange about this video would have to
touched the
be...
blue badge.
This?
Oh, God.
Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops.
Me too.
Well, I don't get it. I've been reading Backspace as B5 for almost a year, so there's that. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine?
I'm so sorry.
Don't look at me with those bleary eyes. It's okay, it happens.
Forget your
It's
computer's
totally an
touch
accident.
screen. Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think through this again.
Yeah. Now what do I do? Play the video again.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's try this again.
I won't touch the screen.
It's okay.
Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. I made a stormy moment. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt.
Don't point your finger at me.
This is the one pointing his finger at us. Yeah, he's hurting now.
Yeah. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? Okay, we already did this dialogue. You can do it. Here's the mechanics. Okay, so did I not get a penalty? Am I okay?
Oh.
I think I'm okay. Blessings. Okay.
Yeah.
So the locker light, you say?
They're all up. But.
Except
Pause.
that one. Thank you for hitting the correct pause button. I felt the need to hit space just because that's what I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
Let's try this. Take that. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir?
No. The other one.
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Why is the music playing? Gumshoe! When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Did you see it?
Okay, why are we watching the entire thing?
I don't know. Can I skip this?
No.
Apparently not. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier.
No, that's not. Why do we need to rewind?
We
A little
don't.
earlier.
Guys, it's okay.
This is not as bad as Turnabout Serenade.
I was
and
gonna
Apollo
say,
Justice.
you're saying I need to do this again, but worse? Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit!
Breaks
Precisely my point, Your Honor. Precisely. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. That's his scream. He just hits a note. Oh! Order, order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. Clearly
do
it
you
was.
mean?
Excuse me.
But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. The locker locks.
The lockers.
When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. How many times can we say lock?
Locker locked. Just lock the lockers. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well. It just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. Don't at me. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor?
No, the other one.
Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Is it me, Your Honor?
I don't know.
Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
There is. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please find out the cause for this. I didn't even get to skip the dialogue that time. It just said, look at the video. Okay. Okay, so I have to hold enter. Let's watch something happen. What's up?
Go back to when he opens the locker. I just saw something fall out.
It was the glove. Is that relevant, though? I guess the glove could have jammed it. Hold up. I'm looking at the court record. Oh my god. Where did we get this? Was this just on the ground? Okay.
It was that glove that fell.
Yeah, this is that glove. I was wondering if it might have ended up in that other locker. But, yeah, because we would have had to open the locker to get it, and we did not do that. Okay. So you're saying I should argue that the glove is the issue. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's rewind. Woo! Look at her go!
Yeah.
It's this glove, Your Honor. I have it in my court record. I mean, my pockets. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Pain. I'm still not over B5. Of course there's no B5 key on my keyboard. It's the backspace key. Christ.
Well, to be fair, it's written out there.
Yeah. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
Why?
Something white. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened.
What?
I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my car doors.
Are you okay?
Tumbling. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Stop saying that. Stop it.
Why?
Why are we doing this, Ace Attorney? Why are we doing this? I know, he walked into the room and he opened the door and oh no, what's that? Something fell out. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. He's so incapable. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me.
He gets stuck in the door and falls and rolls.
Yeah. He's having a rough time. His tie comes flying off. He has like a clip-on tie. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
Well, good thing we have an extremely thin object.
It's a thin rubber glove.
Not only that, would also have to block electrical current.
It's
And
rubber.
it's rubber.
Haven't you heard?
I need to be insulated.
It's rubber. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description.
That fits the glove, maybe.
It fits the description like a glove. Oh, I missed that. I think I finally got this figured out.
It was Megan, I'm sure it wasn't important.
My car. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
Did I say it like that? And that's completely wrong, right?
Insulator? I think it's one of those things where you can say insulate or insulate.
Okay.
It's an extremely thin rubber glove.
That's crazy. It's not like we needed that.
I know, it's not like that's exactly the evidence we need. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the
Look at
victim's
the
locker. Look at the video! It has a tag that says SL9 incident.
Hmm?
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Don't incriminate yourself.
You did it.
Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Beep, beep, beep. Order, order, order. Hors d'oeuvres. So are we to believe then that the victim, whatever that means, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
For a really long time, I thought that word was misled. For an embarrassingly long time.
Do not be misled, Your
You've
Honor.
been misled? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman.
But are you sure?
The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Officer Beacons, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2.
Ooh,
the sequel. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. We have it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record. I see. Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, excuse me, sir. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
The ID used at 4:15 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Eeh,
Interesting.
that is interesting.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. It already does.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Oh,
So-
baby, I'm sorry.
So why was he there at 4:40 then? Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination.
Didn't he say Gant wanted him to get something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was like a thing or whatever he wanted him to store.
a thing.
They're in his office.
Oh, yeah. Cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get there. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't...
Make that joke.
Don't. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir.
No, Emma. I mean, couldn't he just use his right hand for that? No. You
No.
see,
It's not the
same.
same. Let's hear.
Yeah.
As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Facts. No one must use their ID card. This is true. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? One of these ID cards, even? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer only has one ID card.
Mm-hmm.
Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony. Yes, there is a record. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this... Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here!
Yes, I know.
I went into the room.
So it is, Your Honor.
Not the prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he could hide the evidence. Mommy, is that man in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. For Mr. Edgeworth, it must be so difficult for him.
Detective used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir, he didn't show me any ID card, sir. How am I? I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing? Don't you think that's odd? No, it's a different person.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. Good. That's good. Glad to hear it. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. That's a good point. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused. He's just like me for real.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It is? It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we don't have concrete proof that it was Detective Goodman, because someone could have just taken his card. And we later found his card. But... Let's look at the court record and all 2,000 pieces of evidence that we have. Okay, yes, they definitely used his card. Maybe he lost his card. Yeah. I mean, isn't his ID number weird?
Maybe he doesn't know his ID number.
That's what I was just thinking. Maybe. Man, I know your ID number. How are you not gonna know your ID number?
I don't know his ID number.
No?
5849.
5842 189.
5842.
I think it's 5842. Let's double check. Yeah, 5842 189. Bless you.
Just scream. So
Yeah.
I would
Present the missing
Yeah.
thingy. There's a record of it, that's true. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. So do you think this is where I should present it?
You can. I don't know where.
Okay. I feel like it would either be that one or this one. How many?
Which one makes more sense?
Well, he couldn't have used his ID card if he didn't have his ID
Yeah.
card. And then it wasn't the detective that used his card. So I don't know which one is more correct.
I'll do any of them.
Yeah? Okay. I'll do the earlier one. Just because. One must use their ID card. They must. Unfortunately, Bruce Goodman may have been missing his. As can be presumed. Hello. Please don't call me sexy. That makes me very uncomfortable.
Huh?
Just a chat message.
What?
That gets a thumbs down from me.
Get me on Twitch to bully. I'm kidding.
Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the
Mr. Chen.
other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office.
Mr. Chench is here.
Hello. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. I believe this something to be his ID card, right?
Yeah. I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. The drama. Beep, beep, beep. Order, order, order. Does the prosecution have a response? What did you miss since last stream? We be in court.
Meekins.
Meekins is testifying. Does the prosecution have a response?
No. I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Mm-hmm.
You're an idiot. Bravo, Mr. Right. No, why? That was the wrong voice to use for that.
Bravo!
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
It's what I do best. This isn't going to end well. Stop it.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
Yeah. So
the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant.
Well, not necessarily.
The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Duh! Good job, Mr. Wrong. He is living up to that name. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. Bink. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered.
Who was that man?
Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Take your bow.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I will object. Just because. I object to this.
I wonder what happens if you wait and see.
You just lose the trial. One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Thank you for making us watch the entire security video. Uh-huh.
Yeah, where did he go?
Yeah, that's my question. Where did he vanish off to?
He's like Saki Cake.
Just disappears. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Handprint. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
Sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. I'm sure he was going to say his name.
Yeah.
He didn't.
You didn't have to be like, can you name this person? Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
No, Judge.
Hmm?
Not you, too.
I am Belle. Hello. I have to choose these people. This is the person I want to have testify. It's Jake Marshall. Take that! Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Beep. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
No. We will, Your Honor.
It's just him. Court is now in recess. Go have fun in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Lana! Yeah, it's
Same.
nice to have them be faster.
Imagine if this was a real-life simulation.
Oh god. 1132, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Not usually. Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. Seems you've figured everything out.
No. I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Lana, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
Bummer, you get it anyways.
How can you be so cold? Can you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Mm.
No. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Hello, detective.
Oh, guess I am. Uh-oh, come back later.
No, it's fine. Oh, we look so sad.
Yeah.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Welcome back, King.
You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. Stop it off, you call me here. I've seen people happier at funerals. Oh, God.
Means the same thing.
Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
Mans did a quadruple take.
Yeah, that's okay. So, you brought what I asked? Oh. You mean this, right? Wait. My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident?
But, Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
Do I have to solve this case too?
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Fun fact, please say no.
Miss Sky was a witness?
SL9 incident received from Lana Sky. Files for the Joe Dark killing, solved 2 years ago.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
No.
Oh, what? No, I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless...
Unless...
Oh, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 incident is that?
Hello?
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
Okay.
Joe Dark. No, Lana. That's over with. No.
Emma, wait!
Oh, that's you.
She ran away. To where?
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta go somewhere.
Detective.
Hey, sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Unbelievable.
I would too.
Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out.
Or you could just tell me.
Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
Again, the plot is past molasses at this point.
I better take a good look at this file.
Yeah, you better, man. To be continue.
Duh.
Da, da, da. Would love to save my progress.
I love this case so much.
Wow. Next time, we will pick up with the trilateral. Good. Tired. I just realized you're barely on screen.
Oh, it's okay.
That's fine.
I'm okay.
Thank you for joining us. And good night. See you later.